For many years, dynamometers or dynos have been used to measure engines or vehicles in a stationary setting, most oftentimes to measure its performance. The Monster Energy Kawasaki team uses a suspension dyno to check, measure, or sometimes break in their forks and race shock for the race bikes.
The fork controls the motion of the front wheel, and the shock controls the action of the rear wheel. Comfort is something that a rider always chases, and a lot of times they come from the balance of the bike. And that's manipulated through how we set up the fork or shock.
We're never going to be able to use all the power on a 450 because they are so fast. So it comes down to kind of getting a suspension and getting a feel that you like, and then making the power as usable as possible.
So what we use our dyno for is to check the consistency of the damping. When I say damper, I'm referring to the speed of how much the wheel moves up and down. We can take a section of the track and run the shock and see the velocities that we see on the racetrack. The machine strokes the fork or shock and measures how much force it's putting out, and we can determine how much damping force we want to put in or take out. Depends on what the rider wants to feel. In the fork and shock, there is oil, so there is parts that control the rate of flow, and depends of how much we control that flow, it will determine how fast or slow the damper moves. Majority of the dyno is used for development, and we have a test rider that we use to confirm some of the stuff we develop in-house. Once we have a damper that we know that the rider likes, and as we build, we can check it to see the consistency of it. So with having a dyno, we can do a lot of homework and be more closer to where we want to be.